Hello everybody, my name is Kelly Galapo and welcome to my Agnes and Dora YouTube channel. Today I'm making a video because I was asked by our headquarters at Agnes and Dora to share a little bit about how I got my name on the list last month as a sales star. So currently Agnes and Dora has a sales star program that is based on purchases because we don't actually invoice through the system yet. So this is based on purchases, and I was in the category of purchases made with product credit, which means that I have a lot of product credit. And so even though I may not necessarily be the top seller, because it's difficult to tell really at this point, I do feel really proud of the business that I've built, and I thought I would share some tips on how I've gotten to where I am with my Agnes and Dora business. For those of you guys who don't know me, I've been a rep for almost 2 years, and I am a RAD, a member of the Rep Advocate Department, and I call my team the Fashion Phenoms. If you've seen the Fashion Phenoms around, coolest team ever. Just kidding. So I wanted to tell you guys really quick, I'm going to try to buzz through this as quickly as I can. If you guys have seen my videos before, you know that I'm a talker. So I'm going to really try to just cut to the chase, and I have a few notes that I'm going to go back to. So if you see me looking over here, that's why. All right, so networking is huge. Networking. So I've been in direct sales for 7+ years, 8 years almost, and this is not my first direct sales business. I've had other direct sales businesses prior, and so I've been building a network for a while. So even though I've only been an Agnes and Dora rep for the last few years, I have been building my network and networking through my social media businesses, my direct sales or social selling, however you want to call it, businesses, and building relationships. So that is a huge part of your success, and that is why it can be so challenging in the beginning, because we can't rely on our friends and family. We really can't. I get like such a small percentage of my business from my true warm market, meaning my family and my closest friends. So how do we network? Well, some of the other girls have made some videos. Some creatively network through Facebook by joining groups that they're interested in and kind of networking that way. I'm kind of more, so I network through supporting direct sales, other like-minded people with direct sales businesses or local small businesses, and I support them and get to know them that way. Obviously, I use the excuse to talk to anyone and everyone. I don't necessarily talk about my business. I will eventually, but at first I just, if I'm standing next to somebody at a soccer game or at the karate practice that my kids are at, I really try to go out of my way to socialize, get to know them, friend request them, find them on Facebook, that kind of thing. And I do that kind of slow and steady. So I'm always growing my network. Through your business, the best way to grow your network is to book parties so that you can sell and that you can sponsor and you can grow. So I'm kind of old school. I love the old school hostess party platform. I think it's really important to spoil our hostesses, utilize our hostess so that we can get to know their friends and network with them. So networking is huge, and don't get down on yourself that you don't have a big network at first. I had a very small network. I didn't know a lot of people in town. My kids were really little when I first started. And so it's a slow process, but it's really rewarding. So keep at it. And along the way, you're also getting to know a lot of cool girls and making friends and things like that. So definitely networking, so important. I like to, let me see what else, if I have anything else here about how I network. Okay. Oh, so let's talk about parties. I ask for parties. I'm very short and sweet about the way that I ask. In the beginning, it was more of a cold ask because people didn't really know about my business yet. So I would say something like, hey, I started this great fun business, clothing, who doesn't love it? Just really like short and sweet. I always give a little bit of, hey, how are you? I love the pictures of your kids, something social at the beginning if it's not somebody that you're socializing with often. You know, be warm and personable. And then ask, and keep it really short and sweet. Keep it really simple sounding, because the more complicated your way of asking is, the more complicated the event is going to sound, and the less likely they're going to want to host with you. So I definitely ask for the parties. I also ask for the sales. If I have a customer who is into pencil skirts and she's ordered a few pencil skirts from me, if I get new pencil skirts in, I'm going to message her and I'm going to say, hey, I got some really cute new pencil skirts. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll shoot her the link. So asking is really important. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. So here's another thing about party hostesses and asking. I like to spoil my warm market. So I'm going to tell you 2 examples of how I've done that in the past. So my very bestest friend is in Massachusetts. One of my very bestest friends is in Massachusetts, and she didn't know anything about Agnes and Dora when I started, and she didn't really shop much from me. She might have bought like a pair of leggings when I first started, and then came to visit me. And I'm talking like a year into my business, came to visit me, and I was really kind of thinking like, oh, she doesn't like the stuff, blah, 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 whatever. She comes to my house, the first thing out of her mouth is, where are the clothes? So we go, we look at the clothes. She's got this pile of stuff. Well, of course I want her to have as much of it as possible, right? So I spoil her. I give her a really good deal on the stuff. So then she goes home, she's got all these great clothes, her friends are seeing the clothes, and she's like my walking billboard. Cut to a few months later, she does a big shop from me again. I give her a great deal again, and then I go in for it and I say, hey, do you want to host a party with me online? I would love to meet some of your friends up there. I would love to like spread the Agnes and Dora word and hook you up with some free and or half price stuff, right? Of course she says yes. She hosts the party. The party does well. Now here's the thing with online parties. They're not always going to be fantastic. Some are going to be a real flop. The way I see it is you get one sale, 1 new customer, 2 new customers, 3 new customers, yay! And then their people, and then their people, and their people. Like, it takes patience, and don't get down about it. Just let your hostess know that every sale is a success, because a lot of times hostesses feel the pressure that they're not going to be the ones performing for you. They're not going to get the people. Their people aren't going to shop, whatever it is. So make sure you're clear up front. The more they push, the more they sell, the better off their rewards will be, but that it's not going to crush you if you don't sell $1,000 in their online party. Okay, so some online parties are going to be awesome. Some are going to be not so great, but every step is a step closer to growing your business. So she has this like really decent party, I don't know, $300 in sales from her people. And then I always credit on my regular shoppers. She ended up getting a few nice things. And guess what? Like 2 weeks later, I get an automated email from HQ that one of her friends signed up in the queue underneath me. Right? So cool. All right, so another quick example. I'm going to just run through this really fast. My brother-in-law's sister, okay, who I see twice a year maybe at like a barbecue or a Thanksgiving if it's an extended Thanksgiving. So she comes in my group, she sees my stuff, she buys a little bit from me, she becomes a regular customer, she buys and buys and buys and buys from me. And I always hook her up. I'm not advertising it publicly, but if she asks me, hey, what do you think about this dress versus that dress, I'll say to her, hey, if you take both, like I'll obviously sort of guide her towards, and if she's still on the fence, I'll say to her, if you take both, I'll give you 20% off your order. Because I'm not advertising it publicly. I'm giving her these beautiful pieces of clothing. I'm still trying to grow my business. I need these people to be my walking advertisement. So I'm going to spoil her. So I spoil her. Guess what? She starts shopping more from me. She's sending friends to me. She just bought a gift for her mother-in-law. I just asked her this week. Really short and sweet. I did a voicemail PM over on Facebook, and I said to her, hey, Chrissy, what do you say if we do an online party? No pressure. It's super fun. I know you love these clothes already. I would love to get some of your friends in my group to get to know these clothes too, and I'll spoil you with some great hostess rewards. What do you think? Within a minute, she was like, sounds good, because she knows that I've put myself out there to spoil her. She loves the clothes. If I hadn't given her those deals, she may have only gotten the Oakley instead of the Oakley and the Curie. Now she has both. Now she loves both. Now she sees a print in one or the other, she'll grab either. So do you see where I'm going with this? So it's sometimes, like, I know we all worry about making that full dollar amount, and of course, it's easier for me because I have product credit to be a little bit more spoily with my people. But there was a point in my business, and other businesses too, I have always treated my businesses this way. And so there were points where I was just like some of you guys starting out, where I didn't have the fluff behind me, the money behind me to spoil people. But it has led those people to follow me from business to business because they know where my heart is, and that I really truly want them to feel good in these clothes and to have these clothes and to be spoiled as a hostess and all of these things. So just keep that in mind when you're, you know, debating how you're going to treat somebody and what kind of things you're going to offer them. Okay. So moving on from that, I do not sell in the buy sell trades. Yes, I know it's very tempting, and yes, you can sell in the buy sell trades, but please do not make that your only form of finding customers. You need fresh eyes. We are so small at this point. You need to be the girl who introduced that girl to Agnes and Dora, not the girl who's servicing one of these women who are in all these buy sell trades, all these other groups. No, you need your own fresh eyes because they are your customers. They are loyal to you. They become your hostess. They become your downline. Okay, so please keep that in mind. I stay very far away from the buy sell trades, but I know a lot of girls do business on them. Please just keep that as one part of your business. Do not focus solely on that, or you will not grow. Okay. I also do not really do multis. I have done, if you follow me, you'll see I do a dream closet multi maybe every 6 or 8 weeks, not very often, for the same reason. I don't want my people going to other people. I have built my community, and I want those people sticking with me, okay? So the reason I like the dream closet multi that I do, it's one of those like round robin styles where we all advertise each other on our page so our people don't have to go anywhere else. That's why I love that style, okay? So if you want to throw a multi in now and then, try to organize something like that where you're keeping your people on your page, okay? I don't want this to get too much longer. Consistency. I am a consistent and persistent MFer. Sorry, but it's true. I am consistently online. I am consistently posting. I am consistently live. Now, let's talk about consistency really quickly because what works for one doesn't work for others. I've heard Jill Vadney, if you haven't seen her video, it's amazing, great tips. Lauren Boyle both spoke at the, Lauren spoke at the convention, and she spoke about, and I heard Jill mention in her video too, that they are consistent with their lives in a way that they are live every Thursday at 8 p.m., I think. Something like that. You know, they have a time slot that they go consistently every week. I am not that way. I am consistently inconsistent. And I think if I was consistently consistent, I would probably have even better sales. But we all have different goals. And my family needs me in different ways and different weeks, and I just can't commit to the same time slot every week. It just doesn't happen for me, especially when I like to work with hostesses, which I don't think they do, so I need a little more flexibility when working with a hostess. So keep that in mind. Just because you cannot be consistent in the same way as maybe some of these girls are, you just need to be consistent, even if it's inconsistently consistent. Just don't disappear. Don't go like crickets on your page for 2 weeks and then jump back in and expect people to shop in the same manner. You have to keep that consistency. The consistency builds trust, and that way people know if something goes wrong, they have a problem, whatever, they can find you. They know you're going to be there if they have issues. I'm almost at 15 minutes, so let me try to my wheels are always spinning. I always am writing down a plan, and as far as what do I post about, what am I sharing about, I'm just sharing about whatever I'm passionate about at that point. You know, that's what I love about being able to order our own inventory. Like, I am a big pullover seller because that's what I love. When the season turned and I got my mock neck swings back on, it was like go, go, go on those. Like, I try to just use my whatever my passion is within that moment, and I try to go that way. I like to have a theme. You know, sometimes I have a theme and I wrap my whole week around swings or whatever kind of, you know, thing it is. product it is. And then I try to take my older items and I try to loop them in with my newer items when I'm creating outfits and things like that. Again, selling leads to sponsoring. So the more you sell, the more you book to sell to sponsor, the bigger your team will grow. If that's what you choose to do, if that's what you want to do, if you want to, you know, build a team. I have a goal of $300 in sales a day. Sometimes I'm way over, sometimes I'm under. Like I don't beat myself up over it, but it gives me a nice round goal. 300 a day in a 30-day cycle gives you about 10,000 in sales. So you can kind of tweak that around and make that what you want. But I like to have a daily goal. It feels more attainable than a monthly goal. We all have different ideas, but writing those goals down is hugely, hugely helpful. It helps you focus. It helps you plan. Like I really love to plan. Speaking of planning, this is not on my paperwork, but Rachel Bennington gave an amazing tip, which I'm really, really excited about, and it's been working really well for me, to have weekly family meetings. I meet with my husband and my mother, as they're both my support systems, sometimes separately, sometimes together, kind of depending on how things work out. And I make sure that they are involved in my planning process. Like if I need my mom's help for a live sale, I'm not going to say to her, Mom, we're doing a live sale on Thursday night. I'm going to say, I can do Tuesday or Thursday, which works better for you. Same with my husband. When are you going to be home from work early? When can you know, what nights are best for you? And then I work around that. They tend to support me more, and they don't feel like I'm using and abusing them. What are some other things? Oh, I really try not to judge myself. I just go for it. I really try. Somebody had said to me at one point, don't judge yourself through other people's eyes. Because when we look at ourselves in that judgmental way, we think everybody's looking at us. We never, ever, ever do, right? Because we're so busy judging. So really try to let that all go. Take a deep breath. If you need to pump yourself up before you go live, do that. Live is everything to me because it builds trust. People, it's like the quickest way to build trust because they see your face, they hear your intonation, they hear your excitement, they see you in the clothes, your kid comes in or comes down the steps, which you hope they don't, that helps them see you're a mom, you're a person, you're real, okay? So I love to do, if I don't have a hostess that week, I'll do a mystery hostess and I will pay back to my people. I just run it like a regular online party for a hostess and then I just draw one name. Of course, pictures of myself always are the most successful. Pictures of myself, videos of myself. I use Facebook. I use YouTube. I use Instagram. Like I sort of dabble in that. I have an Instagram that's sort of half personal, half business. Facebook is my jam. I focus my energy on Facebook. I have both a business page and a group page. Business page gives you that far reach because it's open to the public. So someone who likes your business page, comments or likes or does something with your post, shares it ideally, then it shows to all of these new people, right? So your group is more intimate. You cannot share anything that gets commented, only gets shared to the people who are also in that group. Whereas if you're on your business page, it's reaching a broader audience, okay? So let me see what else. Oh, so with YouTube, I do all kinds of stuff on YouTube. I do styling videos. I'll do team trainings. I feel like the team trainings are good because I like to share my ideas and tips with you guys. And also I feel like if somebody is a prospective and they're coming to look to me to possibly join me and the Fashion Phenoms, then I know that they see I'm serious about my team trainings. So sometimes I'll put them up there. I gotta be completely honest with you guys. A lot of why I do well with this particular business is because I love it and people can see that. I've always been a clothing junkie. Like from the time I was 5 years old, my Christmas letters were, Dear Santa, I want clothes, jeans, shoes. That was really what my Santa lists were, sadly. But it's like a dream come true to me, this job. I absolutely love it. And I focus really strongly on my why. My why is having the flexibility to be with my children. So if I ever start to get in that headspace of, I don't know, is it worth it? There is no other job that will give you the flexibility that we have. So just try to be smart about your money. If you don't have money to shop that launch that week, please do not. Just spend your week focusing on the items that you do have, selling those until you have more money to invest. So just really be smart about that. This is like the most fun, creative, girly job a girl could want. Flexibility, never miss a school function, never miss a game, you know, whatever it is that you want to spend your free time on. Maybe you're not a mom, but maybe you know, love to do pottery and you want to spend all your waking moments doing pottery. I don't know, I'm just being random here, but you can do that like around your pottery classes or whatever it is. So the biggest thing is just don't compare yourself to other people. Just because you started Agnes and Dora 2 years ago and I started Agnes and Dora 2 years ago and my business maybe has grown quicker, it's because of my past. I worked in sales prior to working in direct sales. Direct sales is very different. Oh my gosh, social sales is like, scary. But in comparison, actually they're both very scary, but it's the social sales is like, it's harder because it's your people and whatever. So don't compare yourself to me if this is your first direct sales job, even if you've been doing it for 2 years, because I had been building my network for longer, and I also had sales experience, and you know, I used to perform on stage, so I'm comfortable behind a camera. We all have a different past, right? So you can create this amazing future, but just don't dwell on what everyone else is doing, and don't judge yourself for that. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Consistency, networking, enjoy yourself, have fun, because people can really read that. They can really read that. And just do your best to not overbuy, okay? I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope to see all of you guys on the sales stars lists in the near future. And if you know what, maybe not. Maybe that's not your goal. Maybe you just want to pay your car payment, or you just want to, you know, pay your mortgage for the month, and that's pretty freaking amazing if you can. I just put in a brand new, beautiful, or I'm about to put in, I just bought a brand new, beautiful wood burning stove insert, paid for it myself. I just bought my husband a $500 suit for his birthday. I mean, this business has been really, really empowering to me. So I hope you guys can find the joy and you know, reach out to me or the other rads if you're feeling down. Just remember that we all started from scratch, and that we all have a different destinies and different goals. I also did love what Megan Mann said about treating yourself, rewarding yourself, even if it's just a little bit each month while you get yourself going in this business. Just make sure you get yourself a pair of shoes or a pocketbook. If you don't treat yourself a little, then you're not going to realize the beauty and the value of this job. So I wish you all luck, and sorry for the rambling, and I hope some of this information was helpful to you. Bye, guys.